снайпер неправильно оставлено. Анонс я сделала. Больше 10 минут назад, правда. Немного, но... Вау. Как же ужасно громко. Она снова в микшере громкая, что ли? Нет. Просто такая громкая, да? Менюшка. Не вижу громкие меня. Давай. Кривое уже там. Теперь его чат. Чат вот. Ладно. Она орёт мне в уши, поэтому если не нужно. Я не могу просто. Пожалуйста, давай. Я взяла последний момент прям громко. Эти инди-игры. Пожалуйста, загрузись. Перестань петь. Ура! Так, ты геймпад видишь? Вроде видит. Ну правильный геймпад ты видишь? Правильный. Мы остановились на том, что мы зашли к Мэри Пернаулу спросить про шарфик, который мы нашли у Бобби Еля. В итоге мы узнали, что Мэри по закону не считается белой из-за своих предков, хотя у нее белый цвет кожи. А Бобби ее племянник, за которым она присматривала все это время. В частности, после того, как ее сестра и его мать умерла. Мы, собственно, его там нашли, он на нас напал, у него случился сердечный приступ, мы отвезли его в больницу. Он сказал, что это не он убивал. Я вспомнила, что нужно. Нам нужно достать его карточку. Куда, да? А, блин, у меня сохранилось до того, как мы болтали с этой самой козой. Кто там она? Не коза, а... С ней будет поговорить. Коза или Соня?
Jake, it's Blackside. Could you get...
I have work to do, John. Call you later. Ronald, get on that ring!
Ясно. Уикли. Берет, понятно. Так.
Come on, you've got Yale's report on the table. I can see it.
Well, that's that.
Камера, конечно, офигенная.
What if you show me Yale's report and I buy you dinner?
You're handsome, all right. But I'm not stupid.
I won't be able to read Yale's medical report if she's around.
Нет, стоп. А почему я позвонить не могла? В прошлый раз я подошла к телефону, и я могла позвонить. Сюда. Почему меня лишили этой возможности, если диалог был? Послушаем. The fuck? Это определенно какой-то христианский мотив, но напоминает кадр из какого-нибудь фильма, ему еще серф надо. Ну, я имею в виду из-за лица этого льва. Почему я позвонить не могу? У меня была такая функция до... Ну, я в прошлый раз играла. Я подошла такая, думаю, с этого момента, короче, в следующий раз начнем. Я позвоню в больничку.
Something's wrong with him. I need to find out what.
Она сама отвлечется и пойдем стырим карту. Я что-то не понимаю или... Так, set, underskin, прохождение. Так, текстовое. У меня не сохранилось. У меня вот это не сохранилась логическая связь. Вот оно что.
It seems like the Doe nurse will be assisting Dr. Talbot during his 12:30 surgery. In 4 hours. Could I get them to operate any sooner?
Вот после этого появляется диалог.
Trauma? Sherry speaking.
Get Dr. Gregor Talbot, please.
Yes, 1 minute. No, actually, Dr. Talbot won't be in until 12:30 according to my registry. Can I ask who's calling, please?
Sherry, this is Dr. Talbot. We have to reschedule the 12:30 procedure. I want everyone in the operating room in 5 minutes. If anyone gives you any grief, tell them it's a matter of life or death. Understood?
A matter of life and death. A matter of life and death. You gotta be kidding me. People.
Окей. Так, проблема решена. Нет, выйдя. Пойдем быстренько. Свистим карточку. Здрасте.
All right, now. How do I put this? I need something that you...
Oh. Only if you guess why I'm giving it to you.
Насрать на
I
память.
think you just want to spite your fellow nurse.
Well, aren't you smart? But be quick about it. You hear me, huh? If that witch comes back.
Так. Роберт Ель. Потеря сознания, вызвана остановкой сердца. 22 года, 6-10, 220 фунтов.
What does it say here?
Ah, you know doctors. The top handwriting is mine. Let's see. Extrasystole and dehydration caused by panic attack.
Extra what?
You know, arrhythmia, like skipped heartbeats.
What about this here?
It's a good thing I know that Mr. Yale is in Dr. Ferguson's hands. Otherwise, I'd be worried.
Коклюш, 1943
Hey,
года.
no means no, miss.
You really don't know who I am, do you?
Miss, I've got orders. And the fact is, those orders say that...
There you are, Miss Dunn.
Huh?
Tell him, Black Sad. I can't get through that thick skull of his.
You see, Highfill, she's the owner of Yale's gym.
A woman?
Whether the kid recovers or not depends entirely on her.
Between you and me, and all due respect, miss, but aren't we taking this woman's liberation a little too far? All right, let her in, but she's your responsibility.
Thanks for
Look at
convincing
this.
the cop.
You hired me to find Yale. I wanted you to see him with your own eyes.
I see. Anyway, you did your job. I'll send you a check the day after the fight. You can leave now.
Huh, no. She's gonna do something stupid. Sonia, don't.
He killed my father. You said so yourself.
Я такого не говорил.
No, I told you I wasn't sure.
He almost killed you in that floozy's apartment. How could he not be guilty?
You can't take justice into your own hands. Believe me, it will haunt you as long as you live.
Shut up. None of that matters. How could he not be guilty?
Your father wouldn't want you to do this. He was a just man, and this is
Почему
not justice.
блюр? Почему оно блюрится в важные моменты?
It's okay.
Поднять.
Uncle Tim!
Sweetie, I came back from Los Angeles as soon as I could.
Кто ты?
I told you not to rush back.
Come on now, honey. Aren't you going to introduce me to your friend?
No, this is John Blacksad, the detective who found Bobby.
Oh, so this is strictly professional. I thought you had some good news for your uncle.
No, Uncle Tim, don't be silly.
Don't be silly. Look at you. Smart, educated, as dazzling as the brightest of stars. Every single man in this city should be at your feet. Come on, we'd better let him rest.
Я думаю, лучше пистолет было бы забрать.
I see.
На
Let's
всякий
say you're
случай.
right and Bobby Yale is innocent. Who should we focus on now?
We?
Well, your father turned down my money, but he made me promise one thing, that I'd take care of you if anything happened to him.
But I can...
I know you're perfectly capable of
Так,
managing
если
that
ты
gym on your own,
опекун,
but we don't even know if he'll be ready to fight Stone.
если он
Besides,
умрет, ты получишь деньги.
someone seems really invested in stopping that fight, and someone has to pay Mr. Blacksad to get to the bottom of all this. Please, talk some sense into
Ну,
it.
на клуб. Ты-
I don't need more money. Yeah, you hired me to find Yale, but in my mind, the case isn't closed.
And you have my deepest respect, but I'll pay you just the same.
All right. Thank you, Uncle. Thank you so much.
All right, stop crying or you'll ruin your makeup, honey. Now fix yourself up and I'll buy you some breakfast.
Wait, my purse.
I'll get it. It must be in-
Blacksad, wait a minute. I think she needs some time alone, just like you and me. Listen, boy, do whatever it takes to find Joe's murder. Whatever it takes. If things get messy, don't worry. I'll clean them up. Deal?
I'm not a vigilante.
Well, suit yourself. Just get that
Я
ball
просто
to
слышал,
the
он
end
говорил,
zone.
но не занимаюсь вместе.
No. Are you telling stories about the great iron arm again?
Wait a minute. Of course, the Milestones quarterback, Tim Iron Arm Thorpe.
It's a good thing folks usually recognize me sooner. Blacksad, you coming to breakfast?
I'd love to, but I have to go ask for a favor.
Хозяйку клуба, которая непосредственно имеет отношение к расследованию, значит, не пустил, а непонятного левого, ну, как бы известного челика, да, пропустил за автограф.
The investigation required that I ask Jake for a small favor. Or demand it, if worse came to worst.
Так. Где тут собираться? Где на ринг собираются? Тут должны быть какие-нибудь ступеньки. О, да. Действительно. Нет, типа во время тренировки не могу сюда забраться. Давай пока сделаем логическую связь.
Huh. That lizard isn't Yale's doctor.
Там пацана не убит, пока мы тут пытаемся разобраться. А. Как-то...
Not the smartest cookie in the jar, nor the most tactful. But do I trust him? No. Do I consider him a friend? Yes. He's been training with those same shorts for who knows how long. I hope he never feels inclined to hit me. He's twice my size. Hey, Jake.
Not now, John.
Hey, Jake.
I said not now.
Hey, Jake.
Damn it, wait a minute.
Hey, Jake.
Damn it, wait a minute.
Ну ладно. По-моему, подождать реально минутку. Больше не больше. Что-то новое.
Hey, Jake.
I said not now.
Hey, Jake.
Damn it, wait a minute.
Hey, Jake.
Damn it, wait a minute.
Hey, Jake.
Damn it, wait a minute.
Так. Понятно. Я так и думала, что нужно почему-нибудь тут ударить. Но я не знала, что здесь есть гонг. Наверное, логично, что он есть, да. Это вот этот вот он. Ага.
All right, that's enough. Take 5. Go on.
Чё
What,
ты нужно
John?
отвлекаешь?
What's so important?
Have you noticed anything strange about Sonia?
I don't know. Yesterday she said she hated the gym. But it also seemed like she wanted to save the place. Do you get any of this? I sure don't.
It might not have seemed that way, but she loved her dad. Believe me, I've got reasons to be certain. Why are you coaching that guy?
Oh, that's right. You don't know. Sonia asked me to run the gym. Well, at least the fun part. As soon as Bobby Yale's back on his feet, I'll turn him into a champ. I'll make him crush stone. Just you wait. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Is it the first time you coached anyone?
Yeah, but you think I can't do this, don't you? Well, screw you. We'll win that fight.
Could you tell me where O'Leary's headquarters are?
What for? No. You could get me into trouble. No way.
You lied to me yesterday. And being the good friend that I am, I kept your secret. You owe me. I don't think I'd keep protecting you if we weren't friends. Although, if we were friends, you wouldn't hesitate to help me. Tell me, Jake, are we friends or not?
Damned cat. All right. O'Leary's hideout is in the basement of a Chinese restaurant. But I don't even know how to get in.
Well, I'll see you tonight.
Wait, were we supposed to meet?
Of course. Your place, 11 p.m. See you there.
Ronald, the break's over.
After 30 hours of work and several beatings, every bone in my body ached for a bed.
Now it's my turn.
So I went home to recharge. Because the night ahead was bound to be promising. What do you know about that basement?
Well, let me think. Nothing?
Come on, Jake, for Christ's sake.
I've come to get O'Leary several times, but they always make me wait in the dining room. One day it was so late that the restaurant was closed. They made me call from a payphone in that alley over there to let them know I was here. A few minutes later, O'Leary came out the back door, that red one there.
All right. You stay by the payphone. Wait till I'm inside. If you see anyone, call the same number you did that one time. Let it ring twice and hang up. Got it?
Screw you.
A promising night indeed.
Так, ну пошаримся. Тут есть карточки.
A bit too high to climb. If the basement I'm looking for were in that building.
Вы на территории Ань-Лантяня. Окей, хорошо. Должно было красным на коричневой плитке это писать с красной подсветкой фонариков. Чтобы вообще все могли это прочитать.
What happened? Should we run for it?
Do I look like I'm in a hurry? Check out that graffiti. You're in On Leon Tong territory.
Wow, I thought the Tong Wars had ended years ago.
Maybe someone nostalgic just got bored.
Damn Chinese mafias.
Yeah, American mafias are infinitely better, no doubt.
Are you done?
What do you think? Okay, I'm going back to the alley. I'll let you know if I need anything.
Картошки. Карточка. Я нашла. Смогла приклеить.
Could it be an elevator shaft? How does this thing open?
Я думала, с другой стороны открывается. Почему вот это все еще есть у нас?
No. The plan will only work if O'Leary doesn't know I've been here.
Stupid coyote!
I'm guessing it lights up when they ring at the main door.
Oh, stupid
Does he need a shotgun to deal with suppliers? Would he even notice if I got in?
Stupid coyote!
Это красная банка, что ли?
Something tells me he'd notice me no matter how stealthy I was. Maybe it leads to the basement.
Stupid pig! Stupid
Or maybe this is the way to the basement and not that corridor.
Oh, stupid duck!
If I'm right, and this is a service elevator, it could be my gateway.
И как я...
If only I could reach that box.
О! Где наш друг? Где наш очень сильный друг? Сейчас мы, наверное, должны без скрипта сами пытаться подвинуть. Поймем, что слишком тяжело. Мне кажется, нужно приподнимать немного, чтобы... Ну, хотя я думаю, такую штуку хрен ты приподнимешь. Я не знаю, она весит, наверное, много. Так.
What's taking you so long?
You want to switch places?
Там есть люк.
There's a trapdoor on the ground, right by the restaurant. Does that sound familiar?
Huh? The restaurant or the trapdoor?
Okay. Forget it. There's a guy watching TV inside the restaurant. A red panda, I think.
Doesn't ring a bell. I don't recall any panda waiters.
I need your brute force, Jake.
What's wrong? Is the little kitten too,
And your silence.
Можно заставить его позвонить, он там попытается отвлекать. Ты шо? Ты шо?
Is that all you got?
В смысле, я нажимала, а оно назад пошло. Чисто так самому по приколу. Как будто я не нажимала вообще. Или нажимала там раз в секунду, вот так. Наверное, если позвонить, то тут
There are questions we only ask ourselves when it's far too
при
late.
определенных условиях можно было бы потерять нашего друга. Ага. Источник света найти. Хорошо. Окей. Что-то поворачивался. Вон есть выключатель. Какой-то. Не видно. Что ты, кот, ты должен видеть в темноте? Вернись, вернись.
I was expecting some frozen bodies. It won't budge.
О, целое. Бажан Статыч. Бейсбол родился 12 августа 1903 года в Нью-Йорке. Наследник одной из самых богатых нью-йоркских семей, его любовь к бейсболу обеспечила ему прекрасную спортивную карьеру, хотя от наследства пришлось отказаться в пользу младшего брата. С этого началась блистательная карьера одного из лучших питчеров в истории Warriors. Неудивительно, что после третьей победы в чемпионате Национальной лиги Статыч посвятил несколько слов своему отцу. Папа говорил, я еще пожалею, что обменял бизнес на бейсбол. Думаю, я доказал, что он ошибался. Вон 5 баксов сети в Грейсон бар Ла Игуана. Прочие. Футбол. Хоккей. Бейсбол. Бокс.
There's one on each table, except this one. The odds are incredibly in Stone's favor. I guess that he's the reigning champion, and Bobby Yale is just a contender, but maybe word got out about his condition.
Нью-Йорк. Чикаго.
Does O'Leary have a network of pals? Wow. I didn't realize you could place so many bets on a single baseball game.
Ну, ставки вообще разные можно делать. Такой бизнес. Wildberries. Пароль для тотализатора.
A little thingamajig that adds on its own. What'll they think of next? It looks like a summary of all the bets that come in. Day, amount, bet, wagerer. Wait a minute. Did O'Leary himself bet $5,000 on Yale? Sometimes I forget that criminals, even the office variety, have family and kids. Anyway, maybe things aren't so bad on the dark side. 16 days until the fight.
Сложные системы. Скажи. Ах, там обсырал все. Тоже все. Где ты застрял? В какой текстуре? А, ты в стуле застрял. Понимаю. О, карточка. Карл Голдберг, футбол. Родился 16 ноября 2012 года в Лилиентале, Германия. Голдберг начал свою карьеру голкипера в ганноверском клубе ВФБ. Не знаю, как оно может правильно читаться, поэтому... Вскоре получил место в национальной сборной Германии. Вспал на летних Олимпийских играх 1936 года в Берлине. Во время ключевой игры Голдберг столкнулся с неприятельским нападающим упал. Он покинул поле на носилках, больше его на европейских газонах никто не видел. Европейский футбол он тоже больше никогда не играл. Почему футбол в кавычках европейский? Ну, там, наверное, это сделали... Типа тут написано футбол, а там сокер. На самом деле. Спустя несколько недель после травмы он присоединился к группе 138 немецких спортсменов, которых Белый дом принял как политических беженцев, и подписал контракт с Yellow Caps, где 5 раз стал чемпионом и зашил себе место в числе лучших тренировок в настоящем футболе. Настоящем. Ага. Ясно. Вот эти вот придумали, короче, аналог футбола и считают его настоящим. Мне не то и нравится, если что. Шляпка. О. Что там? Встаньте. Как же жарко. Как же ужасно жарко. Ну, я думаю, нам выходить пора. Нет? Ни хрена не видно. О, место. Тут еще есть место.
Could that be Ireland?
Возможно. Есть рыбки. Сейчас такой у Лири сидит в полной темноте. Я ждал, пока ты просмотришь каждый мой ящик, чтобы поговорить с тобой.
I'd say that's Ireland too.
Я хотел задать тебе один важный вопрос. Ты всегда застреваешь в стульях?
The painting concealed file after file of celebrity reports with all sorts of shady information, ranging from S to Z. Almost all of them were athletes. Is that what O'Leary meant when he said that detectives and police officers were his friends? I wonder how many spy for him. If I were to pitch in, who would I spy on? In Bobby Yale's folder, all I found was a log of his incredible stats as an aspiring champion. 20 victories, 16 by knockout. Although, at the end of the report, someone had underlined one word several times. Untouchable. According to Stone's report, he was so clean, not to mention hard to corrupt, that O'Leary opted for a more subtle strategy. Apparently, when he broke up with the tennis player Helen Moore, he set her up with Stone. Lucky for him, they hit it off. As I put away the report, I stopped in my tracks. Did I really want to risk knowing what O'Leary had on my good friend, the incorruptible police commissioner? I sighed in relief. O'Leary had tried to buy Smirnoff on several occasions, but failed. Luckily, O'Leary had nothing on him, or me. Thorpe had been a rising football star before the war, which he came back from with honors and decorations. After the truce, he resumed his career. He won 3 season trophies and a couple of MVP awards. He retired after an accident that left him paralyzed from the waist down. He started his own sports advertising agency 4 years ago, but according to the files, O'Leary hadn't even tried to corrupt him.
Свет выключить. Ладно, не заметят. Скажет, о, блин, я что, свет забыл выключить.
Limited edition copy 2 of 3. We listen, if you call it listening, to the sentimental romance. Your eyes act like the moon. If they're not together anymore, why does O'Leary keep so many pictures of romantic moments with Helen Moore?
Память. Рыба-кошка. Да развернись ты, пожалуйста.
Luckily or not, files N through R included no one that I could somehow connect to the case.
Выключу свет.
Ireland, of course. This guy's obsessed.
Ну, может быть, это его родина. Это норма. Если у него в его офисе картины с красочной Ирландией. Красивыми видами. Ты потом понял сейфа.
I hope I never become the object of O'Leary's obsession.
Это выглядит интересно.
The report
Ехала
on
от
Yale's
папа.
father was the shortest of all, since only his name was left. Why?
Ты можешь сказать?
Cassidy's report was possibly the longest among all of O'Leary's files. Apparently, their rivalry went way back. So much so that they spied on each other in the most unthinkable ways. At least I was able to confirm what Yale had told me. Cassidy had threatened Dunn after he refused to join the managers' union. Dunn's integrity was legendary, even in O'Leary's shady reports, just like Yale had said. Dunn had kicked one of O'Leary's men out of the gym when he found him snooping around.
Свет выключать мы не будем. Верно? Верно. Мы опять застряли в их этой текстуре. Ай. Просто включил бы уже весь свет. Что ты паришься с своим фонариком? Просто везде свет повырубал. Мне не подозрительно даже.
Even Dunn had a gun in his office. O'Leary couldn't possibly be the exception. Dunn had $200 in his safe. O'Leary had about $20,000 in a drawer.
А что на фотке? Кому интересно, сколько у него денег там? Естественно, дофига денег.
A Crossler? The good news is, I don't need lockpicks to open it. The bad news, I didn't bring explosives.
Так. Что-нибудь есть? Думаю, нет. Я думаю, это было бы логично. Есть кто-нибудь в чатике? У меня же все работает. Вроде как все должно работать нормально. Есть кто-нибудь в чатике? Скажите, как вам игра? Мне вот нравится, не знаю. Застревает в стульях. Ага. Даже невозможно посмотреть, если я все посмотрела. Просто врубил бы везде свет уже. Ничего не знаю. Давай, уходим. Нет? Так. Момент. Надо долго ходить. Я еще не все собрала. Оказывается. Просто я знаю. Мне нужна еще одна картина. Которую я сначала посмотрела. Но... Нет, стоп. Не здесь. Это вот тут. Вот она. После этого будет какая-то кассана.
Helen Moore's file was, by far, one of the juiciest. She had been just a run-of-the-mill tennis player until O'Leary launched her career by rigging enough games to help her climb the ranking. However, O'Leary hadn't fixed any of her games in over a year. In spite of that, she remained undefeated. Be as it may, it was clear that O'Leary had enough information to ruin her career. Strange as it may seem, the reports revealed that O'Leary had hired Jake as a bodyguard precisely because he was absolutely clean. Apparently, he liked to surround himself with honest people when he mingled with the high society. I'd say O'Leary has threatened Stone with ruining Moore's career.
Что я еще не нашла? Интересно. Если все облазал, я уверена в этом. Здесь было только... Здесь 4 картины всего. В этом я, пожалуй, тоже уверена. Чё ты опять застрял? Да. Что там опять на рыбу? Так по цветам плавают. О, касана, ей.
Jake. Someone was coming.
Are we or are we not exemplary workers, Jimmy? Here it is, middle of the night. And we're working extra hours. Hey, Jimmy, what do you think about that?
I think he's scared stiff, Desmond.
Why's that, Jimmy? We're giving you the red carpet treatment. We even let you in the boss's office.
You're one lucky fellow.
You can't say I don't treat you well, Jimmy. Yeah.
Speak, you moron.
Yeah, very well. Why are you... Shh. Calm down. How long have you worked for me, Jimmy?
3 months. 3 months.
Oh, yeah. I hired you right after your cousin Martin died. I need your opinion. How would you punish someone for ruining an innocent man's life with a hit and run, Jimmy?
I don't know.
And tell me, what about you, Wilson? What would you do?
No, please. I didn't do anything. I swear.
He was a good guy. Of course, you already knew that. You knew him better than me, right?
He was my cousin.
That's why I hired you, Jimmy. You see, Martin was a dear friend. And his widow said you were a nice kid. That you do a good job and you needed the money. And I have a soft spot for those in need.
Please.
But, you know what? I talked to her just yesterday. She told us you did some naughty things to her with that gun, Jimmy.
No.
That's no way to treat a widow, is it?
She's lying. Why would I do that?
What about the kid? Are you so sure you know how long a kid can hold his breath? With his little head inside a toilet bowl?
Son of a bitch.
I didn't want to. It was his idea.
Selfishly, I was glad I hadn't risked my life to save Jimmy. Maybe not even someone like him deserves to die. But one could also argue that I didn't deserve to die for someone like him.
Who's your boss? Give me a name!
Cassidy. It was his idea. He said you'd hired me if I'd managed to scare the widow, and I just...
All right. Let's just calm down now. It's gonna be okay. There are two sacred principles that rule my life. The first principle is the love for my family. I'd do anything to protect them. The second principle, I never put my future in the hands of fate. I always play it nice and safe. And I would even add a third principle, or better yet, a rule. If anything threatens either of these two crucial principles, I take matters into my own hands. You see where this is
Кого
going?
жалко?
For the first time, I got someone killed. Even though all I really did was rat him out.
No, I just...
Stop interrupting me, Jimmy! It's not polite! You're all the same. So rude. You know what? Let's leave it at that. You're going to give a message to that disgusting walrus Cassidy, aren't you?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. Yeah, sure.
Good boy.
What's the message?
Oh, Jimmy. You still don't get it, do you? You are the message. Come on. Wrap him up. Make sure Cassidy gets the message for breakfast, will you? I hope he chokes on it.
Got it.
Where are you hiding, little fishy? Once again, you didn't get to hear the end of my story.
Yeah.
What you
Дай промотать, я знаю, что могу делать. Логично. Надо же было попробовать. Попадать он еще быстрее нас пристрелит, мне кажется.
What? Just where do you think you're going, putty cat? Two sacred principles rule my life.
The love you feel for your family.
What is going on today?
Серьезно?
Two sacred principles rule my life. The first is the love I feel for my family. The second, never leave destiny in the hands of fate. I always play it nice and safe. And I'd even add a third principle, or better yet, a rule. If anything threatens either of these two principles,
You
I
take matters into your own hands.
Seriously, what just happened?
Ну серьезно.
Two sacred principles rule my life.
С самого начала.
The first is the love I feel for my family.
Через лифт мы обратно не могли
Second.
подняться, да?
Never leave destiny in the hands of fate. I always play it nice and safe. And I'd even add a third principle, or better yet, a rule. If anything threatens either of these two principles, I take matters into my own hands. The first time that someone died because of me, even though all I did was rat him out, well, that guy ended up in the Hudson River, right off Pier 27. He's got to be even wetter than that fish by now. You should have seen his face.
It's interesting what comes to mind when you think you're about to die. Suddenly all I could think about was how much I wanted a pet fish.
You too, Bruce? Anyway, I was 14 years old, and I still dream about it. But his widow and his son.
By then, I was adamant about buying a fish. But first...
That was that. Never again.
Nowadays, whether it's me who pulls the trigger or not, I have zero regrets. What's more, I sort of enjoy it.
His pupils are dilated, and there's a slight grin on his face. The bastard is enjoying himself. In case anyone had any doubts about who's the boss around here, I'll put my dirty feet on his luxurious table to prove that all of this is mine. The guy never hesitates to pull the trigger. Even if I hadn't seen what he did to Jimmy, I'd know he's not bluffing.
No. Huh?
When a mob boss declares his love of family, it can only mean that A, he won't hesitate to ruin yours, and B, he's cheating on his wife. I knew I had it in me to get out of that place alive.
М. Нет. Так, вот эти два правильно. Вот. Угадываем дальше. Я не понимаю. Хрен его знает. Так. Да. Играет наверняка. Поставил. Но это не это самое. Раз. Два. Три. Ну там где этот? Вот нафига нам это все еще нужно.
No. O'Leary's wife is having an affair with Colbert? Should I serve this to O'Leary on a silver platter? Or threaten Colbert so he'll get me out of this mess?
And, well, that's it, I think. You know, Black Sad, I never made it this far. Congratulations. You're going in style.
I didn't want to interrupt you because I respect you and your word. Colbert told me to come here.
What? Me? No way. You did what? Colbert? When?
Yeah, remember? At that bar on 33rd and Main Street. Don't you remember that cocky drunk guy?
No.
He kept bragging about betraying his own boss.
Oh? Oh, yeah. Weird times, huh?
Yeah, and you congratulated me for finding Yale and saving your life.
Several times.
Then I asked you if O'Leary would thank me somehow.
And I thought it was a very reasonable assumption.
And then you told me to come here to ask the boss himself.
Yeah. I think you deserve it. Right, Desmond? Oh, Black Sad, Black Sad, Black Sad. Thank you. And sorry for jumping to conclusions. First, you get a random beating from Wilson. And here we are. When you shared what you'd found in Yale's apartment, well, it made me sort of want to trust you. But as you well know, you can't trust anyone in this world. Take it. It's only fair.
As much as I appreciate the gesture, I don't want your money.
All right, then. I understand. No problem. Really? Oh, Black Sad. Aren't these odd hours to pay me a visit? Your message was important, but certainly not urgent. It could have waited until tomorrow, don't you think?
We cats and wolves hunt at night. wish I was a noir fiction writer. At this very moment, I could write a couple of pointed, ironic remarks for the narrator to recount what I just lived through. The dark, crooked alleys of New York reminded me of the state of my own soul. No. Fall loomed over me with the... Fall struck me with the full force of my long-lost youth. Nah, not that. Fall descended over me with the full weight of a guilty conscience. God, that's worse.
Что за муравьед у нас на полу? Это лошадь. Как нас сбить, блин? Дайте нам поспать уйти.
What were you thinking? He wants him alive.
Какой я бросал, чтобы я бросал дело и был в этом
I felt fall seep through my bones like the pain of a good beating. Mediocre, but appropriate.
Нет, достаточно дедукции, хорошо. Теперь нужно будет смотреть, у кого в подчиненных есть конь с хвостиком и муравьед. О, это самое.
Against all odds, next morning I got up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And I had my kind, unknown assailants to thank. The beating had taken its toll, but for the first time in months, I had slept like a baby.
Oh, come on, Helen, focus! All right, take 5. We'll work on that double backhand later.
FBI? Нифига.
Well, Mr. Blackmore, what can I do for the FBI?
Cooperate with law enforcement. All you have to do is talk.
I like to speak through my actions, but still, could you be more specific?
Ой.
Maybe if we could speak in private?
Alec!
Coming!
You've got 4 minutes, Mr. Blackmore, so... make them count.
We know about you and Desmond O'Leary.
Wow. The FBI sure knows what it's doing. So, out of the 100 million Americans who know about that, who did you extort to get such highly confidential information?
The thing is, well...
You see, I'd love to wipe out that part of my past, but whatever.
Do you have any regrets?
Ads pay more than trophies. Can you believe it? Being associated with such a shady character could only damage my reputation. Trust me, never get involved with a married man.
They say you're currently involved with Al Stone, the boxer. Is that correct?
Wow, your sagacity never ceases to amaze me.
Don't beat around the bush. We know why you're with him.
Oh, so you like his biceps too?
Desmond O'Leary asked you to seduce Stone. Why?
What? No, I met Al by chance at a party. A party hosted by Desmond O'Leary. No, that can't be. No one is that shrewd. Not even him. Damn, I hate that bastard.
We're aware of at least 6 rigged games during your first year as a professional player.
And?
You won all of them.
Are you trying to offend me? I give my all on the court. I can't be held accountable if my rivals don't do the same. Go interrogate them. In any case, now I know why you mentioned O'Leary. What do you really have against him? And don't say illegal gambling.
O'Leary is a murderer. Every criminal organization has blood on his hands. His is no exception. And we have proof. I'm serious, Miss Moore. America can't afford to let anyone shake its foundations like that. And America's sweetheart can't afford it either. Help us out. Talk to us.
And why should I, Mr. Blackmore? What do I stand to gain or lose?
The FBI always returns a favor.
Oh yeah? Are they gonna rig my games? This is actually quite simple.
Люблю тебя сейчас в Америке.
One lucky gal.
You have a light, sir?
The pearly white teeth of someone who barely smokes. Am I making her nervous? Damn. I'm almost out of fluid.
Wanna know my trick? Go down to start, then up with it, and then down again. Thanks.
Я еще только-то я начала двигать. Подумала.
I don't know what you want me to say. You're trying to frame O'Leary, perhaps rightfully so, but I think you're barking up the wrong tree. Believe me, if I had the slightest...
Come on, Helen. Time to work on your backhand. Let's go.
Do you smoke? Nice meeting you, Mr. Blackmore. Did you bring my water?
Интересное достижение, конечно. Дедукция.
America's sweetheart gave you her cigarette? Dear God, she has the hots for you! I can't believe you said good old Weekly to investigate that stupid walrus while you were hanging out with Helen Moore herself! So, what do you say, you and me, we change places next time, huh?
Your turn. Now tell me, what did you find out?
Ah, you're gonna love this. You ready? I've got news, but I happen to also have a
Black Sad.
Thank you so much, Mr. Blacksad.
Huh? Oh, Mrs. Colbert.
My husband woke me up this morning with roses and breakfast in bed. He said he had a scare last night, although he won't give me any details, and that he's been thinking about me ever since. He wants to take me to Niagara Falls for a second honeymoon.
That's nice, but I don't know why you're thanking me.
Are you kidding? Remember how I doubted him, but you made me change my mind? If he had suggested to take me to Niagara Falls when I still suspected him, I would have thought it was just a cover. Or worse still, a way to clean his conscience.
Well, I only did my job as honestly as I could. Enjoy your marriage. I hope you and your husband are happy.
Well, that's all I wanted to say. Send me your bill when you can. You're a good man, Mr. Blacksad.
But what just happened? Is there anything you didn't tell me?
Maybe. But now it's your turn. Tell me about Cassidy. Come on, spit it out.
I didn't find anything suggesting that Cassidy had anything to do with Dunn's murder, but...
That's quite the tale.
But I know Cassidy will be playing poker tonight with one Howard M. Farnham II, a Texas tycoon looking to get his claws on the boxing business. I also know that he and Cassidy have never met in person, and that Farnham, who's staying at the Balford Hotel, hasn't left his room. Apparently, he spent the night with 3 bottles of bourbon. So, here's my incredible plan. I'll go to the hotel, I'd knock him out, and then take his place in the poker game. That way, I'll get Cassidy talking. What do you think? Incredible, right?
Didn't we agree that you would handle Helen more while I dealt with Cassidy next time? No?
По-моему, завыкли будем тоже играть, когда он будет с Хелен как разговаривать.
Good afternoon, Mr. Farnham.
What's going on?
Allow me to introduce myself. Room service. I've brought the bottles you ordered.
I didn't order me no drinks, and you're not wearing the hotel uniform. Move on, you drunk.
Good afternoon, Mr. Farnham.
What's going on?
Allow me to introduce myself. John Blackmore. I work for Frank Cassidy. He asked me to bring you these bottles so you could choose which one you prefer for the game.
Oh, sure. I was fixing to leave, but I guess them monuments ain't going anywhere. Well, come on in then.
Getting in Farnham's room was easy. Earning his trust was another story. But I always have an ace up my sleeve.
Blackmore? You okay, partner?
The best way to earn someone's trust is to make them believe they've earned yours. And sometimes, the best way to fake it is to tell the truth. I don't know where to begin. They killed my girlfriend. And no matter how hard I try, I just can't let go.
And those bastards paid for what they done to you, boy.
They paid.
Well, good. Honor's being restored, and sure enough, our good Lord will see to it that they burn in hell. You need to move on, partner. Plenty of lookers out there. Find yourself a charming lady friend, even if it costs you a pretty penny.
One of the tricks of this trade is to be wary of the biases we all have. They cloud our judgment and blur the person in front of us, painting them with the shades of our preconceived notions of who they should be. But every once in a while, you run into someone so locked in personality that they can only be regarded as a stereotype. Farnham was a disgrace, not only to himself, but to Texas and the entire human race. To think I had to impersonate him. I wish I was like you. You seem so content, so free of burdens.
Stop right there, partner. You think this old dog don't have ticks? Let me tell you something about my first wife. Woo-wee!
Once I had gained Farnham's trust, The hard part was deciding what I needed to know to become him and not get myself killed.
What can I do for you, sir?
Howdy. My name's Howard M. Farnham II.
Okay. Should I know you? What can I do for you, sir?
Farnham was one hell of a drinker. I had to get the information out of him before he drank himself unconscious. Otherwise, I'd have to find that information myself.
Он уже еще ходит со скоростью улитки. Черт. Так.
This'll surely imbue me with the Texan spirit.
Так, на это время не тратится. Парикмахер бомба, братья по-вьетнамски.
Yes, I got a Vietnamese shave last time.
No. Please, come in. Of course. I remember you. Take a seat. I'm sure you'll understand we can't be too careful. Our host has many enemies, and someone has to keep them at bay.
Sure, I get it.
I'm glad to hear that. Now, please answer my question. How much does it cost to get yourself a clean Vietnamese shave?
Man, sure enough, booze put the nail on the coffin of my first marriage. You know, the wife that caught me cheating with the maid. My second marriage, too. You know what I did to her daddy? Same old with several mistresses. So I decided to stick to my guns and only deal with hookers. Even if I did end up marrying some.
I feel you, Mr. Farnham. So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm Cassidy's slave. He lent me the money for a game deposit, and I lost it all. Now I have to work off my debt.
Oh, Cassidy's not your problem, son. It's poverty. Sure enough, I had to pay my own deposit this morning to y'all. And that was just petty cash to me.
Petty cash, to be honest. I asked you how much.
Of course, they gave me my receipts. These things I am, boy. Wait, I'll show you. I got it somewhere. Just a sec. I'll get it. I just put it over. I think he's. I'll be right back.
Ding Dong? Interesting name for a town.
What's this?
Why didn't you just say you had the receipt in your pocket? I'm almost certain, but tell me, who told you to come to this barber shop?
Let me tell you a little secret about my first wife, sonny boy. When I met that woman, she had no manners, no money, no... Who in the hell? Farnham. My God, if it ain't the hero of the day.
I probably don't need to imitate his gestures during the game, but it certainly wouldn't hurt to try. With this and that bolo tie, I'll really look the part. It's not going to be easy to sound Texan, but I'll give it my best shot.
Yes, sir. New York City.
It's not going to be easy to sound Texan, but I'll give it my best shot.
Sure enough, I'm fixing. Anyway, Kenny, thanks for fixing the game with Cassidy. God bless you, brother.
Ты еще сверху. Ладно, блин.
The craziest goddamn Texan in New York.
My good old friend Kenny. Craziest goddamn Texan in New York.
You know how many Kennys there are in New York? Kenny who?
So besides when and where the game will be, the password, and the money Farnham dished out, what else do I need?
Так еще дольше смотрю туда.
Not even a Bible. At least it's comforting to know that when Farnham drinks too much, his female companions have less of a hard time. Ding Dong? Interesting name for a town.
Как же ты медленно двигаешься?
They smell like a party.
Откуда я знаю?
Kenny. Hey, you think you can't be friends with someone and not know their last name?
Let me think. No.
Нифига. Так, где искать-то?
My good old friend Kenny. Craziest goddamn Texan in New York.
You know how many Kennys there are in New York? Kenny who?
So besides when and where the game will be, the password, and the money Farnham dished out, what else do I need?
Время еще начинается до того, как я начинаю ходить.
Luckily, there was only one Kinney in Farnham's address book, Kinney Eakes, residing at...
Cornell Plaza, Manhattan. Stunning penthouse.
I'm not surprised. Mr. Eakes has excellent taste. Do you happen to know what he asked for the last time he was here?
Тут еще ничего. Может, тут написано? Ясно. Хрен его знает.
Don't tell me, Billy Bob. This here is my new friend Father. Am I right?
Sure enough, your barber was fixing to give me a shave.
You can get a good shave at another time. Billy Bob is always at our beck and call.
Of course.
Hey, come on. Let's get in there before they finish all the bourbon without us.
I haven't frisked him yet, sir.
I don't think that'll be necessary. Mr. Farnham here, he's an honest Texan. And I'm sure he'll hand over his weapon if we ask him to. Right?
Вернись. Хорошо. Там еще есть шкаф.
No matter how superficial someone may seem, there's always a way to win their heart.
It'll be my pleasure.
Welcome, gentlemen. Chips are on the table and guns are in the safe. Now, we got a lovely night of poker ahead of us full of smoking and bourbon. So let's get started. Take a seat, Mr. Farnham. Let me introduce you. To my right, wearing gray boxers and weighing in at 140 pounds, the owner of Pink Vice, the largest meat market in all of Manhattan.
In other words, a real son of a bitch. No offense to the women he exploits.
Our reigning champion, Oswald Quince.
A title I aim to keep, provided our new contender here doesn't interfere.
Well, I'll do what I can.
Now you got me worried. Never trust a humble player.
The truth is that our friend Farnham owns the largest and, I dare say, most entertaining establishment in Texas.
Really? So we're colleagues then?
Yeah, you wish, Quince. He owns a casino.
Damn.
And it's not even in Austin or Dallas. It's actually in a little town called, what was it? Darn it. I looked it up the other day. Had a funny ring to it. I hate it when this happens.
I thought they moved all Texan casinos to Vegas, where gambling is legal.
You mean Ding Dong, Texas?
Ding dong! That's it.
Who'd ever think of a name like that?
Well, casino or no casino, let's just hope he doesn't keep as many aces up his sleeve as the late Ventimiglia, huh?
Amen.
To my left, wearing brown boxers and weighing in at 396 pounds.
Frank, show some respect, huh?
The hospitality tycoon, Polly...
Tycoon? I just own a small bar with pool tables. Clients drink close to nothing and play even less, but certain business transactions just couldn't happen anywhere else.
Damn it, Paulie. Why don't I know your last name?
Because they took it away from me. You have no idea how good my ex-wife's lawyer is.
Women, they even take our damn names.
You're too much, Paulie.
When you're done sightseeing, why don't you drop by La Iguana for a game of pool? And I'll buy you a drink. But I have to warn you, my clientele isn't crazy about furry fellas such as yourself.
Thanks. I love me some pool.
Perfect. It'll be my pleasure.
You're looking to start your own pool business, Farnham? This guy here wants to start a boxing association in Texas. And guess who he's turning to for advice?
To be honest, several things got me worried, so I'd be much obliged for any counseling.
So, what worries you?
Those there athletes hooking up with each other, like Al Stone and Helen Moore.
I see you subscribe to What's News. Yeah, my star boxer, the reigning champion. He's having an affair with America's sweetheart. Hey, I got nothing against those two idiots falling in love. Don't get me wrong, but it's taking a toll on his performance. I don't think he'll lose against Yale, but I'm starting to worry a bit. Billy Bob, bring out the bourbon. We're drying up here. I'll deal with a fresh deck, of course. We respect traditions in this establishment.
Poker is as boring as it is simple. All you need to do is read people's faces. And even the worst detective has that trick up his sleeve. The real issue is knowing what to play for when there's much more than just money at stake.
Damn it! What again?
How many games have you won in a row, Quince?
And here I was hoping that Farnham would steal your championship belt.
I don't think he'll need a belt, especially if he ends up losing his pants. Mark my words, Farnham will be calling his wife before the night is over.
Ha! Oh, hey, by the way, did you guys hear about Kenny's wife? Pretty tragic, huh?
What happened?
Oh, plain bad luck. Hey, but Farnham, I'm sure you know more about it than I do.
Anyway, Kenny, thanks for fixing the game with Cassidy. God bless you, brother. The craziest goddamn Texan in New York. And the poor fella's already got enough on his hands now that his wife... Women just gotta have their vices. But she's in a rehab clinic now, hooked on tranquilizers and all that.
That's it, tranquilizers. Don't tell me women don't have their vices, too. Bring out the bourbon, Billy Bob. Come on. Give me the bourbon.
Maybe I spoke too soon when I said that poker is easy for a good detective. Even when you play to lose, it's best to win the occasional hand to avoid suspicion. But with Quince, it was just impossible.
Well, I'll be damned! I don't believe this!
See what we mean, Farnham?
I still don't get why you keep coming for more, boys. I'm starting to think you all lose on purpose. In which case, you're about to have a blast.
Poor Farnham. Came looking to make big bucks in the city with his boxing, and he's gonna lose it all with poker.
I hope your counseling will make up for it.
Yeah, so how can I be of help?
Покорный тренера.
Rebel coaches like Joe Dunn.
Oh, I see you done your homework. That bastard wouldn't accept the most basic rules. For example, banning boxers from official competitions when the managers don't belong to my association. Hey, don't get me wrong, I'm sorry for his death. But if they ever find the murderer, I'd be glad to pay his lawyer fees.
Homicidal boxers like Bobby Yale.
Ha! That's some piece of news, huh? Hey, I don't know if he did it, but the real problem is that the fight against my champ Stone might not even frickin' happen. The good news is that I've almost convinced the governor to let him out of prison on the day of the fight. Under police escort, that is. I bet you the audience gets a kick out of that. Come on, let's steal another hand before Quince accuses us of trying to break his winning streak.
Ain't gonna happen. Gentlemen, I suggest you never tell your sons about this game, unless you want to lose their respect.
Wait, you mean our sons actually respect us?
I hear you. There's no way to set boys straight these days. They don't even respond to a good old beating.
I dare say Texan boys do respond to a good beating.
Hey, careful, Quince. You're talking to a pro. So, Kenny told me you had quite a house full.
How many kids you got in that house full of yours?
No, that son of a bitch was about to choke on his own vomit. If I'd been a communist, perhaps the vision of a millionaire choking on his own vomit would have made my day. Even so, I doubt I could have just stood there and watched him die. No, deserving or not, the man would live.
Я видела, как это скаломыши делают, там на пробел невозможно, нужно нажимать. Геймпада ты легчайшая. Сколько я не вижу там. Что такое заблюдиваюсь? Просто почему это делают?
All boys?
Does it have to be now?
Oh, never let Quince near one of your daughters.
Come on, Folly. Children are sacred. I won't lay a finger on them until they're 12. After that, well, let's just say some men have needs that can only be met by a young girl that age, if you know what I mean. Are you all right, Farnham?
There goes your winning streak, you sick bastard.
Yes, I'm fine.
Now, what if that lovely 12-year-old girl was your sweet little niece, or my cousin Mike's niece? And what if she disappeared a while back? And what if she'd been taken to work uptown? In a brothel, huh? What do you think about that?
I don't know what you're talking about, Frank.
Карта там просто вылезла на полэкрана.
Don't you dare call me Frank. Billy Bob.
It's 500 more. Huh. For washing up.
It's a deal. Sorry for the spectacle, fellas. I had no idea the game would end like this. Please, take my tokens, and that flying scumbag's tokens as well. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some family matters to attend to. If you decide to go ahead with your new venture, call me Farnham.
Your behavior at last night's game was utterly insulting. Never contact me again, or I'll put an end to your pathetic life. If our common acquaintance should ask you about your business endeavors, tell him that boxing is too violent for you. Signed, Frank Cassidy. My own tracks would be covered the following morning when Cassidy read this note from Farnham.
Dear Mr. Cassidy, although I'm grateful for your kind help, last night's game made me realize that boxing is just too violent for a peaceful Texan like myself. I have decided to invest elsewhere. Yours sincerely, Howard M. Farnham II. Damn Texans.
Так, я хочу кое-что сделать. Покер. Ну, пол игры я точно прошла, по идее. Хотя нет, стоп. Да не, больше. Мы, получается, близимся к концу. Несколько глав осталось. О, платье вносит. Таща. Я так сейчас заметила. Вероятно, мы не доберемся, хотя я могу продлить. У вас есть целых 7%. Просто телефон не пишет все вот эти награды, которые... Нет, некоторые награды там пишет, но если сама вносится в испытание, то оно не пишется с телефона, по крайней мере, у меня.
As for me, it was the first time in days that I had gone to bed without my dog. A real shame. Nothing like a bruised body to help you to sleep like a baby. Maybe I should have given myself a beating. Backside.
Finally, I need you at the gym now, please.
Еще полчасика, наверное, можно поиграть и потом останется, наверное, один стрим. Я думаю.
It was like this when I got here.
Did you touch or move anything in here?
Only the phone.
Good. Calm down. I'll take care of this. Had you already finished looking through these papers?
I wish.
Well, I guess you'll enjoy sorting all this again.
What are you doing?
Do you like sardines?
Excuse me?
Do you like sardines?
Ugh.
По-моему, по идее, на этом моменте, если мы говорим Мэри, что она может...
Just a freshly signed contract.
Если мы говорим Мэри возвращаться в этот самый... в клуб, то ее здесь убивают.
Not that I suspected otherwise, but it's obvious they weren't looking for money. Looks like the burglar isn't interested in bureaucracy.
Did they take anything?
No, although... When you went in the hospital room to get your purse, did you get the gun as well?
Yes. Isn't it there? I put it back. I'd rather not go through that again.
That's too bad. It looks like they took it.
Мозговать. Так. Он включает отпечатки ног. Нет. Раз.
It looks like O'Leary has rigged the fight between Stone and Yale.
Хорошо. Не можем еще блоковать.
It's pretty clear that Helen Moore's cigarette case was a gift from O'Leary.
Эллен Мур и Дезмонд Лири все еще любят друг друга. Угу. Значит, не будет.
If she's still in love, why does she claim she hates him? What is she hiding?
Еще что-то.
No, the footprints don't match. Or if O'Leary killed Dunn, he did it without stepping in the paint, or in different shoes.
Пока достаточно. Так. Обмозговали мы много, хочу сказать. Тут я не вижу ничего больше.
Is this yours?
I think it belongs to the new cleaning lady. Mary just wasn't working out, so she left.
Clarice Freeman?
Yes. You think she did this?
Wait here, please. Ah, damn. Could be a knife wound. The murder was brutal. I can just picture her saying, "Honey, I found a job. We're finally gonna make ends meet." I want you to call the police, Sonia, and then go straight to a friend's house. Don't even think about going home, and definitely don't come back here.
I'm staying at a friend's house. I haven't even set foot in my father's place yet.
Он говорит, не останусь, я, в принципе, живу у подруги, я вообще еще даже не заглядывала к отцу.
Good. Do you have the keys? If the murderer didn't find what he was looking for, that might be his next stop, if he hasn't been there yet.
Ой, битва, кстати, это быстрый.
For once I had the keys to the place, which meant I wouldn't have to use my lockpicks or... It doesn't look like anyone picked the lock.
Черная фантазия, Little Hand, Fletcher, Лошапель Records.
Look at that. The guy sure had good taste.
Искусство бокса.
I see more art in a boxer's hypnotizing footwork than in certain modern paintings.
Подай сюда. Она в игре играет везде. Вроде мне еще не было чего. Хотя я не проверял. Я еще не проверял.
Ready-made meals on airplane trays in front of the TV. Who would have thought we'd end up eating like this? Dunn died 4 days ago, and that lettuce still looks okay.
В холодильнике. Чтоб ему не выглядеть нормально. Карточка. Давайте посмотрим. Ну. Мо Ферн родился 8 июля 19 года в Цинциннати, штат Огайо, США. Во время последней игры Scavengers сезона 47-48 года ставки были высоки. Бесспорно, звездой команды был Мо Ферн. Но Ферн вошел в историю не за то, что в тот день сделал на поле, а за то, что он совершил перед игрой. Расследование шло долго, но Ферн признался, что намеренно спустил воздух из мечей, чтобы они лучше держались в руке и не выскальзывали. Разразился скандал, ставший следствием известным как Дифлетгейт, в ходе которого скрылась информация о манипуляции с мячами, осуществляющихся многими командами. Читала? Может быть, потом. Я не читаю. Так. Договор о продаже недвижимости.
Of course. Now I see how Dunn bought the apartment he was going to share with Mary. This place has to be empty in 2 weeks for the new owners. I wonder if Sonia knows about this.
Сардины?
Sardines. It's been open for a few hours.
Да, сейчас я все облутаю, потом буду дедукцию делать.
You still looked at her every morning? So many years later, with a new love? Maybe we don't need to forget. Maybe pain just transforms into, I don't know, something.
Лучшему папу в мире на день отца, Соня. Дорогая Мэри, я привел тебя на эту крышу туда, где... Моя дорогая Мэри, я привел тебя на эту крышу, где родилась наша любовь. Моя дорогая Мэри, я привел тебя на эту крышу, где родилась наша любовь, чтобы подарить тебе это кольцо и...
This is too private. Another empty closet. Is this how he got in? Elaine. I think that was Dunn's wife's name, according to Jake. Wow. Could Dunn really afford such luxuries? Or did he only want to impress Mary?
Работа источник мужественный. Джордж Ф. Лавлейс. Карточка. Сайрос Купер. Америка мы неплохо собрали. Футбол. Рейнс 11 сентября 2018 года в Милуоки, штат Висконсин, США. С тех пор, как президент Рикон объявил знамя, усыпанное звездами, нашим национальным гимном, ни один игрок никогда не забывал дать гимну дань уважения перед игрой. Эта достойная традиция была нарушена 25 июня 1950 года, когда Сайрус Купер покинул поле в знак протеста против недавно объявленной войны в Корее. Однако его антипатриотизм не может затмить его многочисленные спортивные достижения, которые не забудет ни один поклонник футбола. Еще. В этой игре есть отражение. Капец. Вот еще карточка. Мы все явно не соберем. Я думаю, я уже пропустила много. Но все равно я считаю, что я неплохо налутала. Потому что я не прям супер старалась искать. Я считаю, самое видное. Может быть, иногда где-то так просто... Тут должна быть карточка, вот она. Ой, красиво. Отражение.
Could this be the origin of Sonia's interest in business management?
Еще одна карточка. Целая. Рекс Смит, хоккей, 9 июля 24 года, Виннипег, Канада. Когда юный Рекс, сын прославленной олимпийской конькобежки Джорджины Хастингс, начал посещать уроки фигурного катания, реакция всегда была одинаковой. Ты катаешься как хоккеист. А те, кто мог наблюдать за его поздней карьерой, добавляли, что он катается как хоккеист, обладающий исключительной элегантностью и грацией. Его же учитель, закончивший карьеру Нейт Эриксон, часто говорил, что тот катается как фигурист. Устав от травм и неспортивного поведения, которые в те времена были неотъемлемой частью игры, Смит довольно рано закончил карьеру и открыл школу фигурного катания, чтобы учить детишек кататься так, как им нравится. Неплохо. Фрэнк Папалия.
One of the very few teen idols who only got better with age.
Фрэнк Синатра.
What's this doing here?
Тетрадка с пеном в комнате Снеда. Ей нравился бейсбол. Джон У. Дэвис. Да, я считаю, что я довольно много нашла. Напишите, не знаю, в чате или в комментариях, а вы собирали вот такие вот наклеечки? Какие? У меня были... Это самое, я помню, в 4 классе, по-моему, популярны были Скуби-Ду, по-моему, еще Черепашки-ниндзя. Футболистов точно, я помню, собирали. Ну, те, кто любили. И там, не помню, что-то еще. Ну, там какие-нибудь машины тоже.
I seem to recall Dunn being mad about the pictures, but who knows? It looks like Dunn had already begun to move his things. Dunn? Thorpe? No idea. And these two, they look familiar.
А можно еще больше было заблюрить, пожалуйста? Я офигеть, как много всего увидела, блин, в этой картине. Игра. Просто... Я не знаю. Вроде бы я ничего такого не меняла, чтобы оно... А. Вот, общее качество высокое, блин. Ультрасокое. Контраст. Не знаю, может вот это все поубрать. Любимая редкость, нормальное качество света, высокое. Ощущение туман. Свидание туман. Я не знаю просто, что все это значит. Не знаю, вдруг оно перестанет мне блюрить все, вот как приближать будет. Я не понимаю просто, по какой причине оно блюрит. Кстати, еще я хотела посмотреть моего Black Sada. После этой сцены, я думаю, я буду заканчивать. Черствый, так, более чуткий, чем черствый, более осторожный, чем решительный, прагматичный, чем принципиальный, супер романтичный, смышленый, ловкий, болтливый, преуспевающий. Ну, мы неплохие.
It's hard to believe that a pair of boxing fists could play something like this, although I'm sure he had the lungs for it.
Мишка. Можно прочитать про него. Калеб Холлоуэй родился 16 июня 2014 года в Шарлоттсвилле, штат Вирджиния. Секунду. На улице 32 градуса. А может даже больше. В Шарлоттсвилле, штат Вирджиния, США. В 1936 году немецкий боксер Макс Вейнгертнер, недавно ставший чемпионом мира в тяжелом весе, нес олимпийский факел всей арийской расы на Олимпиаде нацистской Германии. Год спустя Холлоуэй отобрал у него чемпионский пояс и стал поводом для радости среди патриотов всех цветов и рас. Дело не в боксе, дело в свободе. Удача оставила его в 1938 году, когда Вейнгертнер вернул себе титул к огромному удовольствию Третьего рейха. В 1942 году Холлоуэй отправился в Европу, чтобы поднять боевой дух наших войск. Пленные, нацист второго шанса не заслуживает. Если я доиграю эту сцену и пойду получать зеленый читательский клуб. Жизнь Гарри Брэдвика и отца бейсбола Бартоломея Финн. После этого я пойду...
No matter how hard I look, I'm not getting anywhere. What the hell was the burglar looking for? And most importantly, did he find it?
Ага, мозгуем.
It's pretty clear that the burglar came by the house before heading to the gym, which means he probably didn't find what he was looking for in here. I need to talk with Sonia, and maybe with her uncle Tim.
It brings back, I don't know.
Bad memories?
A pessimist, are we? It's like remembering the last day of summer. Scenes full of joy, picturesque landscapes, and yet the light is faint and the air is still. The calm before the storm.
Справа ящерица, это тот, который врачом прикидывается.
I figured that much. I can see it in your eyes. We met in the
А
army.
мы как, я не помню, где мы видели.
We were all professional athletes. They called us the Olympic Five.
Who's the guy on the right?
Angus Mitchell, our combat medic, and a doctor with the New York Warriors. It was Spanow who got him assigned to our platoon.
What about you?
I had just signed with the Milestones. I hadn't even played my first game, but people said I had a bright future ahead of me.
But the war got in the way of that bright future.
Huh? No, I made it big when I came back. Best time of my life. Don't you remember that cop at the hospital?
Почему ты
The
фокусируешься
one who let
вообще
me in
непонятно где, на
exchange for
чем
an
камера?
autograph? Trust me, nobody calls you Iron Arm if you're just sitting on the bench. Who would have thought that I'd end up becoming Tim Iron Legs Thorpe?
What happened?
I fought the Nazis for 2 years, up there in the sky, over Europe. And I never set foot in a field hospital. 3 years later, I crossed the street without looking. And look at me now.
Who's the guy on the left?
Ah, Viktor Sukovsky, the athlete. You've probably heard of his medals.
Hey, isn't that Craig Spano? The guy on the Morley's billboards?
Yes, indeed. Our captain. He was the oldest, after all, and star of the New York Warriors. He was an orphan, you know. But he loved the sport so much that he said baseball was his family.
это который
He was the
перчатка.
one who had Mitchell assigned to our platoon.
Was Dunn already boxing?
Yes, he was. I had already seen him fight before I even met him. He was as humble in the ring as he was in life. He'd always let his rivals take the initiative. I remember how he barely dodged the blows. If you didn't look at his feet, it seemed like he wasn't even moving. And the footwork, pure dancing. You could almost hear the music. The song would play until his opponent was exhausted. Then came the drum roll, followed by Dunn's victory by KO.
What happened to all of them?
Zukovsky died the same day they injured Dunn. Dunn received an honorable discharge and came home. He quit boxing and opened his gym. Mitchell was redeployed to a field hospital. Spano and I continued in the same unit, but nothing was ever the same. You see what I meant with the last day of summer. And after the war, well, who the hell cares?
Игра. Просто почему ты это делаешь? Кто Спано?
What happened to Spano?
Well, you've seen the billboards. He made it big
Фокус
time.
реально почему-то
When
не
I was
там.
forced to retire, I got him some advertising deals.
Тут фокус
That's
должен
how
быть
I
на нем.
founded this agency. But then something happened to him.
Там надо было
He became
быть, кстати.
sullen. He fell out of shape
На него смотрим.
and slowly but
Так, в
surely
принципе, я думаю, можно было
lost
без
touch
обойтись.
with reality. He withdrew from public life and broke off our friendship. Haven't heard from him in, 3 years? And believe me, I've tried to contact him.
What happened to Mitchell after the war?
Mitchell? Who knows? We lost touch. I hope he's doing well.
I think I saw Mitchell not too long ago, but I can't remember where.
Seriously? Please try to remember. I'd love to hear from him again.
I'll do my best. You think Spano might have been involved in Dunn's death?
Spano? No way. He and Dunn were always... Well,
Bullying
Spano's
категория,
changed so much that it's hard to say. Allow me to double your wage. You have to find the murderer. Maybe Dunn stayed in touch with Mitchell or Spano. Maybe even with both. But he never told me anything. Maybe Sonia knows.
I doubt it, but that's not the only question I've got for her. May I?
Yes?
Sonia?
No, she's not here. Who's calling?
Where is she? You know, it's dangerous.
Have you ever wished you'd never been born?
What? Yeah, sometimes.
Then we're both in the same boat. First time was right after moving to New York. I hated my mother. She was the reason we moved from the countryside and the smell of freshly mowed grass to this dirty city and the smell of medicine. Her medicine. The second time was after she died. I hated myself for having hated her before, for not having loved her enough. The third time was when my father shut himself off. I hated him for that, for abandoning me, for giving in to the booze. Now he's dead, so take a guess.
You hate yourself for having hated him.
Yes, but that's not the worst of it. The problem is I don't know how to live without hating him. Over the last few years, everything I've done was meant to push my father far away. To avoid being like him. To avoid making his same mistakes. Without him, I just don't know who I am. And you won't even let me hate Bobby, which might actually help me.
The more you hate, the worse you feel.
You think I don't know that? I need someone to blame. Without that someone, I have only myself to hate.
Hate me. A good detective would have found the killer by now.
That's nonsense. You've already come so far. I'm sorry I haven't been a little more grateful.
In any case, you shouldn't hate yourself. You are... No, you have such good qualities. You're kind, smart, and beautiful.
Are you really trying to flatter me now?
No, Seriously, I didn't mean to... Sorry.
Anyway, can we just drop the subject? Did you go to my father's apartment?
Yes. The thief went there before coming to the gym, which leads me to believe he didn't find what he was looking for.
And what was he looking for?
That's what I intend to find out, with your help. I found a picture taken during the war.
The Olympic 5.
Did you meet any of them, besides your father and uncle?
Well, Uncle Tim actually isn't my uncle.
No?
He and my father loved each other like brothers. Did he tell you that he saved his life?
Your father saved Thorpe?
They were flying over Brittany in a 3-unit fighter plane. Zukovsky was the pilot, my father was the co-pilot, and my uncle manned the machine gun. Suddenly, enemy fire killed Zukovsky and injured my father, which is why he never boxed again. My uncle jumped out of the gun turret, ran to the cockpit, and managed to pilot the plane to safety. Oh, the times my father told me that story. And now...
You still have your uncle.
Yes, I guess you're right. Maybe he can also save me.
Did you ever meet Spano? What can you tell me about him?
I think I saw him once, but I was just a little girl. I think my uncle turned him into a star. That was a long time ago.
I found a baseball glove with Spano's autograph in your room.
Oh, I've never seen it. My father must have put it there, although I don't remember him having a signed glove.
Did you ever meet Mitchell, the doctor?
Mitchell? The lizard? No, never. Why?
Oh, nothing. I think I've seen him somewhere. Your dad had great taste in music.
You think? Let me guess. The same taste you have, right?
Exactly.
You don't know how happy that makes me.
I saw your old room.
That's embarrassing. I see you were dead serious about me hating you.
It's odd that there are practically no toys or memories of your childhood in the room, except for a small music box.
That box? It might just be my last happy memory. It's from before my mother got sick and we moved here. I loved reading stories about pirates. So my father drew a treasure map for me. I searched the whole house, one clue at a time. It led me to this enormous tree in the yard where Daddy had put up a tire swing. X marks the spot, so I dug to find my treasure. I loved the music it played, the ballerina and the little secret compartment. Oh, the secrets I kept in there.
I think it's the first time I heard you call your father Daddy.
Really?
Did the abacus inspire you to dabble in finances?
The most useful gift anybody has ever given me.
A gift from your Uncle Tim?
He used to say that in this day and age, a woman should know how to count. My father didn't agree, but he didn't oppose it either. People thought he was a liberal because of his attitude towards racial issues. But at home, things were different.
I'm also a fan of Frank Papalia.
Oh yeah, the poster. I only liked him because my father thought he was too modern. But I'm glad we agree. I thought you shared my father's taste in music.
Are you cold?
A little. Maybe I should go.
Wait, I still have a couple of questions for you. Your father sold his apartment. The new owners move in 2 weeks.
What?
I'm sorry. I think he used the money to buy a new place with Mary Purnell. You'll have to talk to her sooner or later.
Yes. I guess I owe it to my father in spite of it all.
Well, I think you've already answered all my questions.
It's about time. I thought you were waiting for me to freeze out here. Anyway. Thanks for the company.
Sonia, I've been in your shoes. Trust me, it gets better.
Aren't you coming?
I knew I was looking at a solution, but what exactly needed solving? Maybe Dunn used the same hiding place once more.
О, снова этот муравьед.
I'll never understand why detectives and criminals bluster while they fight each other in the pictures. What a waste of breath, focus, and energy. It's not the lack of credibility in the screenplay that bothers me. Plus, it's actually pretty handy. When a crook talks to you in the middle of a fight, you know you're up against a rookie. And if he doesn't even say, "Help me, please,"
Ну, мы попытались. Ну, я не думаю, что он там прям совсем мог. Ну, я думаю, там спокойно можно выжить на самом деле. Ну, переломать себе, конечно, все. А, ну да, если.
What did they say?
Дайте мне
Nothing
уже
serious. I lost another one of my 9 lives. Oh, this hurts.
Got many left?
I'm in the red. He hasn't woken up yet?
Nope. We're gonna be here a while. Vulpine, 7 letters.
Cunning?
Cunning. It fits. I hope it doesn't throw anything off.
Несет с Фрединами. Ладно. Давайте тут мы выйдем. Да. Чуть мы остенёемся. И продолжим в следующий раз. Может быть, сегодня еще на стриме я поиграю в эту самую. Это самое, ну вы знаете. Бегать и лутать все, что не прикручено. Потому что моё лут. Собственно, да. Мне осталось еще. Давайте полистаем. Крыша, так. Больница, кладбище, фотосессия, логово. Офис. Ну, короче, на один стрим, я думаю, осталось. Так что в следующий раз, по идее, я думаю, мы закончим игру. И я там дальше буду... Посмотрим, что я буду делать. Наверное, я буду побольше Ведьмака играть. Которого немного забила. Все ссылки снизу. Подписывайтесь. Фолловьте. Есть подписка ВКонтакте. Есть всякие способы доната. Бла-бла-бла-бла. Приходите еще, короче. Да. Да, рада всех видеть. Мы доиграем эту игру и будем играть в следующую. Я забыла какую. Ну да, собственно, Ведьмака, наверное, поиграем. Дождемся, когда мне его выдадут. И я думаю, это будет где-нибудь уже в сентябре. Что у меня еще есть из игр? Тропа у меня нет, но можно найти как-нибудь приобрести. Что-то еще у меня было. Есть френдбоу. Вроде короткая должна быть. Я могу и без голоса тоже играть. Devil May Cry пока не хочу. Wake оригинальный. Пиксельного кода у меня все пройдено. Ну, кроме кросс-кода. Действительно. Пока будем играть. Ну все, давайте. Всем пока, приходите еще. Всегда рада всех видеть. Пока-пока-пока.